Okay, next on our list of stocks to consider is Massmart, and we're going to be quite quick with this one because it really only has about a 15% exposure to this space in the form of its Builders Warehouse division, Massbuild. Of course, its other businesses are the game and macro chains, as well as something called CBW, which is a sort of cash and carry type thing, and then they've got Cambridge and a few other things. 51% held by Walmart, which of course is the world's largest retailer, US retail giant from Bentonville, Arkansas. Market cap, though, of Massmart is 29.4 billion rand. Price to earnings ratio 25.12, dividend yield of 1.37%. I often think the Massbuild portion of Massmart is the best unit, although macro is a very good business too. Game has battled a little bit.
Macro's changing a bit, and they're really doing exceptionally well on the food side, believe it or not. So if you pay a visit to see what they're doing on food, it's not what it was in the old days. We have to buy in these huge quantities. You can buy in single bits these days. But that's not what we're discussing this evening. It's really the Builders Warehouse side. And as you say, I think that's really the jewel in the crown. Loosely modelled on B&Q, as we say, but it's really spread like wildfire. Builders Warehouse, Builders Express.
Yes, I noticed there's a Builders Express in my area now.
Yep.
So I've started going to that one.
You know, price-wise, it might not be the cheapest, but in terms of convenience in being able to get pretty much whatever you want, it's really unbeatable, I think.
So it's kind of swept the sort of neighborhood house hardware store, to the sidelines, because really it's worth driving that extra distance because you'll be able to get absolutely everything.
No, it's a great operation.
Okay, good. As far as it goes, though, is it enough to make Massmart at the top level attractive? Because we've seen earnings volatility. They've got operations in Africa outside of South Africa which haven't done all that well. There doesn't seem to be a lot of energy necessarily, and there's been a bit of rumors, I don't know if it's true or not, that maybe Walmart is wondering about whether the Africa growth strategy makes sense for them anymore. Are they likely to take out the minorities? Are they likely to exit the investment? These are worries.
Look, I've heard these rumors as well, Paul. I doubt it, but it remains a possibility, a loose one, I suppose. But unfortunately, Builders Warehouse, as great as it is, and it really is a wonderful operation, I don't think is good enough to make up for the other deficiencies in there. I think Walmart's acquisition of Massmart 2010 it's been a profound disappointment relative to the build-up that we had. These were going to be importing convenience foods from China and all sorts of things. It just hasn't happened.
They haven't really executed that.
They've tried very, very hard. Interestingly enough, I think Massmart has taught Walmart an awful lot of new tricks when it comes to things like mass build. So, I struggle with this one. It's got a fantastic potential, but I can't really say I'm hot on it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with you on that one, so we'll just pass for that for the moment. Not hot there.